Am I the asshole for making my son live with his mother, stepdad, and 3 step siblings after he verbally abused my husband? This entire situation is kind of fucked, and honestly, I'm a bit heartbroken for my husband. Real names here. I'm Sean, 37 male. My husband is Zach, 36 male, and my son is 16. I divorced my ex-wife after she cheated on me for the entirety of our marriage. That was over a decade ago. I don't care anymore. My son is mine. It's already over and done with. I met Zach when I was 28 and my son was 7. Zach and I hit it off instantly. I was finally in a place to start dating again and thankful that he was the first person I was interested in. We connected on everything that my ex-wife and I did and a million things more. People say that life has a plan for you, and honestly, I believe it. I'd go through a million more divorces and being cheated on over and over if I ended up being with him every time. One of the big things was my son. Zach was hesitant at first just because of the situation, but he wanted a family badly, and I was excited for him to meet my son. After dating for a year, I talked to my ex and I told her that I was going to introduce our son to a guy that I'm seeing. I told her that it's serious and I do see a future with him. She was happy for me. We have a very good relationship now, and she just told me to tell her when I was going to do it so that she could be prepared if our son had any questions the next time he came to visit her. Zach and my son were best friends. They did everything together. They loved playing Minecraft together. They spent hours sitting in front of the TV. I loved watching them. I was so fucking happy the first person I found after my ex was this amazing. After about 6 months, I asked Zach to move in. The rest is exactly as I've been describing it. Amazing. My son started calling Zach his other dad when he was 10. A very sweet moment, which makes this hurt worse. Well, last weekend, my son had 3 of his friends over. They were playing video games in his room, and I had left to go do grocery shopping for the week. It was just them and Zach. I don't know how the topic came up, but things got very homophobic. My husband was sitting on the couch, and I guess my son and his friends thought that me and him had left, but it was just me. My son's room is connected to the living room, so if you're sitting in the living room, it's not super hard to hear what's going on in his room if he's being loud enough. 4 teenage boys playing video games, so it was loud as fuck. One of the boys said, "How does it feel to have an F slur as a father?" Get the fuck out. My son laughed and said that it was kind of shitty. They said my husband probably touched him when he was little. My son replied, "He can try it now. He'll get his ass beat." Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So not even him just being a dick to Zach, but now also threatening him over something we all know he would never do. They kept saying shit like, "Which one do you think takes it? Probably the F slur." Are you fucking kidding me? That's absolutely terrible. At least your real dad still likes women. They were just saying a bunch of hateful shit. My husband sat there listening to all of this crying. Also, Zach has spent a good 4 hours a day at the gym for the last 3 years. So I don't know who's getting their ass beat, but it ain't him. Okay, sir. Okay, but damn, that's horrible. That is terrible. I don't think you're the asshole for telling your son that he needs to go stay with his mom. Not at all. Not at all. Like, come on, bro. Like, are you serious? Like, to impress your friends? To impress your friends. That shit does not make you cool. Like, that is terrible. Poor Zach. I got home about 2 hours later to my husband sitting in his car with a bag packed, waiting for me so that he could leave. He didn't want to leave my son alone. I asked what's going on and why was he leaving. He told me everything. I tried to understand as best as I could. I insisted he wasn't serious. He was just being a stupid kid acting tough with his friends, but it didn't matter. The damage was already done. That's terrible. I can only imagine how Zach is feeling right now. I can only imagine. I'm sitting there hearing those terrible, disgusting things being said about you, and then hearing a boy who's called you dad for the last, 6 years? Agree. Like, not even come to your defense. I can only imagine the pain. I'm so sorry. Zach left and I went inside and went off on my son. His friends left and I spent a good 3 hours going back and forth with him. At first, he was very unapologetic and kind of agreed with his friends. I asked if he actually thought my husband had abused him when he was younger. He said no, but kids block those kinds of memories out, so who really knows? Really? Really? I told him to pack his shit, that he was going to go live with his mother. Information: his mom lives 3 hours away, so that means a new school, new friends, if at all. Less private space, he's going to have to share a room with his stepbrother. Just everything you would expect going from a single kid in a house to one of 4. That's what the fuck he needs. He needs something to happen for him to understand that you do not get away with making these kinds of statements, talking about people like this, making these accusations could cause a whole lot of trouble really, really quickly if nothing has ever happened. It could cause a lot of fucking damage. And your son needs to understand, you're 16 years old, babe. You know better. You know better. You need to go and spend some time with your mom for a little bit. My son instantly changed his attitude. He was crying and begging me not to send him away. He said that he didn't mean it, that he just wanted to seem cool to his friends, so that's why he lied. I asked why did he double down after they left. He didn't have an answer. I told him to pack his shit, that he was leaving in the morning. I called my ex and I told her the situation. She agrees that he needs something drastic because what he did wasn't okay at all. I love that your ex supports you. I love that so much. I do. I love that she knows that he did something wrong and she agrees that something needs to change to snap him back into reality. Like, baby, you cannot say stuff like that. Fast forward to now. My husband is back, but he cries every night. Honestly, it feels like he's mourning, which I don't want, because when you mourn, you don't get over someone. You get as close to as indifferent as possible to keep living your life without them. I don't want that. I want my husband and my son to have that strong bond that I know they have, and I don't want them to throw it away over this. I don't agree with what my son did, but those accusations at minimum can ruin someone's life and at most end it. I agree. And it makes me so sad to hear how how your husband is reacting to this. Like that, it just breaks my heart. It really does. And hopefully your son understands this quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'm disgusted with my son. He calls me every day and tells me that he misses me and Zach and that he wants to come home. I stay strong on the phone, but afterwards I break down and my husband tries to console me. He tells me that my son can come back and he will leave. But no, I'm not doing that. I just don't know what to do. I miss my son. I miss coming home and seeing them spend time together. I thought about therapy for him, but he said no. You can't force therapy on someone if they're just going to sit there for an hour and piss away $400. I need advice. I don't think you're the asshole for sending your son to go and live with his mother. I don't. It's not like you completely cut contact with him. You didn't, disown him. It's not like you no longer want to have anything to do with him anymore. You are letting your son know that there are real life fucking consequences to your actions, because the things that he is saying, like you said, could cause an end to somebody's life, could cause a lot of damage, could cause a lot of trouble. And he needs to understand that. I think him moving away, having to be with his mom at a new school around other people could be the best thing for him. Because like, if you're saying that these things, he never thought like this, he would have never said anything like this. Clearly he's being influenced by other people, and taking him away from that is the best thing for him right now. Maybe, just maybe, when you have the opportunity to sit down and talk to your son, like bring up therapy again, tell him that it is something that you, as well as him and Zach, all need in order for you to be able to healthily move past this. Like, I don't hate you. I am very disgusted by the way you were thinking and by the words that you chose to use. I don't hate you. I just dislike the person you were in that moment. And I think we need to go to therapy to try to do a deep dive into it. Just continue to suggest it. Like you said, you can't force him. No, not at all. But let him know you're a big boy. You are a big boy. And I think it's best for all of us to go and talk to someone. That way we can be healthy and you can come home and we can go back to living in harmony. Just a suggestion. This situation sucks 150,000%. Good luck. Good luck to you guys. I truly, truly hope that it works out. Am I the asshole for encouraging my daughter not to watch her cousin or clean up his mess? Whenever my sister Lynn goes to any family event, she never watches her own kids, and she expects everyone else to, including my own children. They've even complained about it. She'll leave them in the room with her toddler that acts like a wild animal. I told my children 10 and 13 not to be duped into watching that brat. My 13-year-old daughter left the room when my sister left her alone with her kid to go and gossip with my mom. My daughter got up and left. Lynn's toddler pulled all the food by the tablecloth off the table and spilled red pasta sauce all over my mom's carpet. The kid was screaming, and Lynn started to yell at my daughter when I told Lynn that it was her responsibility to watch her own fucking kids, period. How the fuck you gonna yell at my 13-year-old because you left the room not taking your toddler with you and they did what toddlers do, which is fuck shit up? Lynn said she thought my daughter was watching the baby. I asked her, did you ask my daughter? Lynn said that she thought my daughter was smart enough to watch kids if they were alone with them. My daughter said maybe Lynn should be smarter next time she thinks of having kids that she can't control or watch. Well, damn. Let her know, baby girl. Let her know. Stop having kids if you ain't gonna be able to watch them or control them. Period. Yes, this was rude, and I laughed. My mom told my daughter to help pick up the mess because she helped cause it. The fuck she did. She wasn't even in the room. She was not even in the room. She didn't help cause shit. My daughter refused, saying that it was Lynn's fault because she let her kids run around like animals. My mom said that we could all leave because we had no respect for her or for her house. My daughter said she wouldn't be back until her grandmother and aunt respected her. I took my kids home. Good girl. Good girl standing up for yourself. My mom thinks that I should punish or talk to my daughter and make her apologize, but I won't. I don't think my daughter did anything wrong, and it's Lynn's fault for not watching her own brats. I don't think you're the asshole at all. Not at all. I think you did a very, very good job raising your 13-year-old daughter to stand up for herself. Period. Because the moment you call me stupid, all bets are off. I got some shit to say and I'm going to say it. And she did. And she did. I'm here for all of it. I don't think your daughter did anything wrong, and I don't think you're wrong for not making her clean up because that's not her child. She was not asked to babysit, and she wasn't even fucking there when the baby started messing up the room. So none of that is her fault. Not at all. I know a lot of people are probably going to think that her clapbacks to the aunt were rude, but I don't think so. I don't think so at all, because the moment you tell me that I need to be smarter at something, to me, it implies that I'm stupid in that moment. And then I'm going to say what the fuck I want to say. If you can tell me that I need to be smarter about the things that I decide to do, I'm going to tell you that you need to be smarter about your choices. If you don't want to get into this tumble, don't say things to me. All bets are off. I personally, I don't think she was rude at all, but it's also coming from me. So I could be wrong. Am I the asshole for giving a 14-year-old girl a ride home late at night? I'm a 34 male, and I was driving home from work at 11 p.m. when I seen a girl walking alone. We aren't in a particularly safe area to be out at night like that, so I offered her a ride and I drove her home. It would have taken her a while to walk. She talked about how she was at a party and her ride left without her, and that she had spent a while looking for a ride, but no one she knew was sober enough or was able to drive. I dropped her off at her place and then went home. My wife asked me why I took so long, and I explained everything. She said that it was wrong and creepy to offer a girl her age a ride and that I shouldn't have done it. I personally don't think it's wrong, and with how dangerous our area is, I think it's better that she had a safe way home rather than potentially getting hurt while walking or being picked up by someone with bad intentions. Edit to add, since everyone is mentioning it. I was aware of the risk, but I would rather have her destroy my reputation than for her to have been picked up by someone with less pure intentions. If you had tried to get her information, continue to go back to her house after you dropped her off, you insisted that she allow you to give her a ride, that 100% would make you a creep. That's all creep shit. But no, you seen a girl walking in a dangerous area and you gave her a ride home to ensure that if anything, she would make it home safely. That's it. That's all. I don't think you did anything wrong. Sir, absolutely not. I don't think you were wrong in any way, shape, or form. As someone who did a lot of walking in her late teens and early 20s, a lot of people stop and ask you if you're okay, if you need a ride, and if everything's all right. You hope and pray that most of the time that it's a woman. But if it is a man, you pray that it's a man like this. You hope and you pray that if a man stops while you're walking late at night, that he's one of the good ones, that he is one of the ones that is not going to try to get you in any way, that's not going to try to harm you. You would hope that they have the purest of pure intentions. Am I the asshole for telling my brother-in-law that he's getting bald after he told me I'm gaining weight? No. Mm-mm. I'm a 16 female. My older sister is Mia, 27, and her husband Hugh is 30. Hugh is a bully and I don't like him. He's always on something about my weight every single time he sees me. Mind you, my weight is perfect for my height and I can run a marathon. I'm way fitter than he is, but he always somehow suggests that I'm gaining weight. I would ask him, why is he looking at you that hard? No one else in the family has anything to say about your weight, but every time you see Hugh, a 30-year-old man, he feels the need to comment on a 16-year-old girl's fucking body. I would ask him why he's looking so hard. While I've learned to not let it get to me, I don't appreciate someone acting like this within the family. I've already spoken to Mia and she doesn't do anything. My parents tell me it would be rude to tell him to not greet me or show any concern. At the one time I did confront him, he said his concern was for my health. My health? When no one else in my family has anything to fucking say about it, your concern is for my health, yet you're being disrespectful? Are you fucking... This man is a creep. I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. This man is a fucking creep. I told Hugh that if he has any health concerns for me, he should bring it up to my sister, who would speak to me rather than a grown-ass man who I have no bond with acting like a bully. Anyways, he kept doing it, so my 18-year-old brother suggested that I bring up his hair. He's obsessed with saving what remains of it with little success. That's funny. The little success took me the fuck out. I did it last night. They visited us and he told me that it looks like I've gained weight. I said, it looks like you've lost a fair bit of hair since we last met. And at this rate, you'll be bald before 32. He got visibly upset and went to the bathroom to check his hair. Then he told Mia and Then he told Mia and my parents that he was greatly offended. I just shrugged and said, as long as he continues to speak about my weight, I'm going to bring up that he's going bald. If he shuts up, I will too. While Mia thinks this is fair game, our parents think that I'm being an asshole and they want me to apologize to him and be the bigger person. My brother said that I did well. Am I the asshole? Absolutely not. You are not the asshole. You did very well. I want to know, why is no one else other than your 18-year-old brother in the family concerned about the fact that this 30-year-old man thinks it's okay to constantly comment and bully a 16-year-old girl about her fucking weight? Why is nobody doing anything about that? Like, what the fuck do your parents mean? You need to apologize to him and be the bigger person. You mean you want me, a 16-year-old girl, to be a bigger person than the 30-year-old man that is constantly unprovoked bringing up my fucking weight? Why is that okay? Why are your parents okay with that shit?